And we're live. Hey guys, welcome to Whiskey Charlie, the War Game Chat. As Kevin is away from his desk and walking up for the last second. This is what goes on behind the scenes here. But welcome.
30 seconds.
Exactly. Welcome to our Christmas show tonight, the last one of the year. And I'm Mo from Mo's Game Table. I'm joined by my co-hosts, everybody's favorite Gimp with the Limp, the Gimpy Gamer, Nate Rogers. How's it going, Nate?
It's another glorious day in the neighborhood. Happy to see you guys all here. And have a merry early Christmas, just a few days away.
Merry Christmas. And the War Game Wizard from Oz, Kev Sharp. How's it going, Kev?
I'm doing great now. I'm a whole lot better.
Feeling better now that I got that bottle.
Got the bottle, got the hands washed, took care of things. We're good to go. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. And as I said, it's our last show of the year, and we've had a great year so far. As far as wargaming goes, it wasn't necessarily a great year. It was better than last year, which doesn't say a lot because the last 2 years, it's been the longest, 15 days of flattening the curve ever.
I was going to say, that's still debatable.
Yeah, it's getting better. It's getting better. We got out to a convention, so I can't complain there. So I was happy with that.
There you go.
And we've got a bunch of games that we got to play, so that was a lot of fun. And Kevin and I even got some games online to do some Friday night fights going. And you guys still haven't played your game online that you're supposed to play.
I know. Well, Nate's a busy guy. He's got like this big channel, and he does got shit to do, and he has 14,000 kids. So.
Look, I got four that I know of. I'm still waiting for that knock at the door with like a little 10, 12-year-old, something like that. Like, hi, you remember me from college?
Told you not to do that 23andMe.
Are you my dad?
I'm telling you, man, there's some, kids. How long ago was I in college? Let's see, he's 22. Yeah, they'd be about 12 by now. Yeah, 12, 13, somewhere around there.
It's not the Mo Show. It's Whiskey Charlie with all three of us. The shenanigans go equally across all three of our channels here.
Well, Mo, you were in the military. I guarantee you had one of those days where you woke up and looked next to you and go, I don't remember you being there when I went to sleep.
Well, do you think that's the exclusive purview of the military?
Yeah,
well, military in college.
That's not. Yeah, I was going to say that's anybody has gone to a bar.
Yeah. Right.
Well,
I'm sure, and both men and women. I'm sure there are plenty of women that woke up with a guy and
ideally, or for me anyway, perfect world, I'm waking up next to a woman, not a guy, because that would be awkward.
No, it was a woman.
Oh, good for you. Yeah. Congratulations.
She was attracted too. I was proud of myself when I came to.
So John's saying, wow, the Gimp is young. It's been 35 years next year since he graduated from college.
Wow.
And we got oh
my God.
Oh, wow.
Pop up look at Longshore.
Wow, thanks, John. That's awesome, man. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
The penny is for Kevin and I to split.
Yeah, exactly.
You get a penny each.
That's it. I'm enabling money on my channel. That's it. I'm gonna have premium.
I really appreciate that, and you know what? That's great because it will be going to the presents that will be going around later. We will be doing some gift giving. And so everybody that's here tonight, make sure you stick around because you got to be in it to win it. We're not going to be doing any of this, stuff that, hey, like Kev was doing on his channel. It's like you got to be in it to win it. Right. So you got to be here and answer a question or whatever we choose to do, we'll do. And we'll be making sure to get some gifts out to you guys. Now, they won't get there in time for Christmas, obviously, because it's a little too close. And I wouldn't rely on the post office to get there in time, but still. We'll definitely have something. But so let's start off with what's everybody's plans for Christmas and in the audience too. So post down below what you guys are going to be doing for the holidays. You, Nate, what are you doing?
Same thing as always, setting up the camera so I can record something that she's never going to watch again. But she, I've got footage from the past like 6, 7 Christmases as the kids get up and, they come down. We do have them trained right though. They're not allowed to come down before the sun comes up. Otherwise, there's no gifts. They disappear. Santa will magically suck them back up the chimney. So they understand, although they pace at the top of the stairs now like panting dogs just waiting for us to appear. But she'll go get them, bring them down. We record it, and they tear into all their little gifts and do that stuff. That takes all of half an hour. And then after that, we let them play while we nap as much as possible. Because we're old now.
Yeah.
I can officially call myself old. What? I'm 40 now, man. It's old.
Well, you're getting there. You're getting there. That's for sure.
Oh, dude. No, it's the worst. Before I forget to mention this, she bought us matching freaking pajamas that we all have to wear. Like the kids, her, me, and this shit. I've got to put on friggin' flannel.
I want to see a picture. I want pictures.
That ain't happening.
We want pictures or it didn't happen.
No, there's a damn teddy bear on the middle of this shit. That ain't happening.
Oh, thanks for telling me, dude. Thanks for the intel, because now what? I'm going to get in touch with Elise and I'm going to say, you need to get me a picture. And I'm going to put it on my channel.
Hold that thought. Kev, talk about what you're doing for Christmas, because she needs me for a second.
Yeah. He's going to be like, don't give that picture to Mo.
Well, we're not wearing matching outfits, that's for sure. Let's see what the plan is. Got everybody home, so my oldest is 21. So I've been doing the video recording for 21 years, like he was talking about. We're doing except that it was a big camcorder thing back in the day, right? But now it's all just grab a phone and record some crap and do that, and then we cook for 20-something people. I think 21, maybe, depending on who's going to show up and who's too afraid to be here. Just got our freezer fixed. Now we have no hot water. But other than that, life is good. No complaints.
Well, the good thing is it's going to be warm here in Texas.
Yeah, Christmas. Yeah. So, but it's a little difficult to. Oh my goodness! Look at that little munchkin.
Aw. What a beauty.
Yeah.
A little Christmas elf.
Wifey is pissed because evidently the pajamas I was just talking about are sold out.
They didn't arrive yet.
No, they arrived for all of us except for the baby she was just holding. So she contacted Kohl's and they're like, oh yeah, those are sold out. And she's like, well, that didn't stop you from selling them to me 4 weeks ago. And they're like, well, we'll give you a refund. And she's like, I don't want a refund. I want the pajamas. We're all going to look the same. What's my baby going to wear? So now she's insisting that I use my channel with its just huge reach to destroy Kohl's. Like, cancel them or something. So
You tell them.
Yeah.
You tell them. Karen
How
said.
did you go?
she's borderline right now. She's pissed.
Oh, wow. You know what? Here's how you fix it. Go get some construction paper, cut out a teddy bear, and just put it on the baby's chest when you take the picture. No one's going to know.
Yeah.
In fact, it won't matter. It's
you
not a
could
big deal.
staple it. You could staple it to the pajamas while the kid's wearing them, and then take that picture. It's just an idea.
You know what you could do? Here's what I'll do. You send me the picture, because I'm going to get that picture. You send me the picture, and I'm going to Photoshop the bear. I'll Photoshop the pajamas onto the baby.
There you go.
See, I got a better idea. The baby could just wear mine, and that'll work.
Baby ain't going to fit.
I'll make it
because you
fit.
said before Santa Claus said you're giving him a run for his money.
You could put the baby down in front of you and walk around with the baby like in a papoose type of thing.
Yeah, where there's
There
duct
you go.
tape, there's a way. All right, I can make this work.
Exactly.
Shh. Tack it down to the
What
baby.
about you? What do you do for Christmas, dude? Come on.
We're just going to hang here. We're going to be going over to a friend's house on Christmas Day, Christmas Eve. We'll just be hanging here. I may be trying to get to a movie. I'm not sure. I want to see that American Underdog, the movie about Kurt Warner. I think that looks like be a real good movie. So hopefully go check that out. And Thursday, I have off. My wife is working, so I'm going to try to get some videos shot.
Nice.
So that's the plan. And, get some gaming in too, which has been the biggest hassle this month. It's just been normally it's not busy, but it's been crazy the past month. It's like since right before Thanksgiving all the way to now. Today we were like, hey, wait a minute. It's like Christmas week. We're on a short week. Why are people coming and having problems? It's like, go away.
Because that's the way it always happens, bro.
Yeah. And they wait for Christmas week to bring stuff up. It's like, well, this isn't, we need to get this fixed. This hasn't worked in like 3 weeks. And you bring it to us now. Really?
That's one of those, an emergency on your part or whatever doesn't count.
Poor planning on your part does not make it an emergency on mine. Yeah.
Yeah. Your problem can wait until I feel like getting
I'm so
around to it.
tired.
Yeah, so
I just can't stand people in tech anymore.
Mhm. Well, I mean, you were talking about no hot water, and I had mentioned that it's going to be warm. It looks like it's going to be in the 80s here in Texas. So it's
Really,
like
well, that's good.
the hottest it's been in 123 years.
Let them bake.
See, that's why
crazy.
we need to move out towards you guys, because it's cold and wet here right now.
See, I like cold. I want cold. I want snow. I want mountains. I want cold.
I already suggested. I was like, we could go to Wyoming, and she's like, no, I'm fine with going to Texas. I don't want to go to Wyoming. But
Come out to Kerrville, man. Got a spot for you.
There you go.
I want to go somewhere where there's not a whole lot of people, and I can just kind of lounge out, get a little hot tub set out back.
He just wants to go back to walking around naked all the time.
Yes, kids ruined that.
What? Well, you don't walk around naked in front of your kids? They're fine until they're like 10.
Well, see,
As far as you know.
once they start hitting like 4 or 5, they start to ask what things are, and it's weird when they point. So, like, no, can't do that anymore.
Yeah. Well, at least they can see it, so that's a good thing.
So John says his big box of goodies from Compass Hill just arrived Saturday, so he got a little early Christmas. And I saw a picture he posted on social media about that. He had a giant box of stuff because he's got to get that stuff shipped across to the Philippines to him. So he buys like in bulk and gets them shipped over to him, which is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Compass has been on a good streak this year. I got to give it to him.
Fabrizio.
Ah.
Yeah, we're ready on our mop gear. I mean, I heard it's DEFCON 1. Is that not?
Oh,
is
no,
that a false alarm?
He yelled at me. I'm not allowed to say it's DEFCON 1.
Oh,
But it's
so
DEFCON
bad
1.
intel.
Yeah, bad intel. Yeah, bad intel.
Have either of you two dipshits actually worn mop gear?
Oh,
Yeah.
shut up. Of course.
Yeah.
Mo,
Yeah.
you wore mop gear, like for real mop gear. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you would know then how miserable that stuff is. Like, I would rather just
Totally
die.
sucks. Especially for me, because I got to wear glasses, and you got to go get those special glass inserts that go inside your gas mask.
Yeah.
And I was using the old M17, which was different than they have now, what you guys wore. And then when I went from that was what you wore, infantry wore that, we wore that in boot camp and stuff. And then when I was on a tank, it was almost like a Scott Pack mask because it was a big full face mask. And then you hooked it up to the air particulator unit inside the tank to blow in cold air, hot air, whatever. It wasn't hot air. It was usually cold air. But in a tank, it was actually good to have because you just take that hose and you stick it down your hot suit and turn it on. And you get some cool air blowing through you when you're out in friggin' 29 Palms on 120 degrees inside that damn tank. It feels pretty good.
Yeah, we didn't have access to any of that when we were deployed. We had Humvees that, if we were lucky, they had armor. And they wouldn't let us freeball in the damn mop gear, so we had our camis and everything on underneath, then the mop gear on top of that, and then the 130-degree weather. And they're like, we're looking around like, okay, we're just going to drop from heat exhaustion. They're like, it's okay, just drink water. Like, yeah, there's not enough water.
Hydrate.
Like, dude, we're just going to die.
You got to hook the thing up and then tilt it so you can drink.
It's the wino army.
Yeah.
I didn't know the Marines did too much whining. I knew they did a lot of bitching, but not so much whining. What's up with you?
Bitching
You've gone soft, mate. All these kids have made you soft.
No.
Ooh,
Bitching is part of the Marines. If you're not bitching, you're not a Marine. You've always got to complain about what's going on.
That is true. Happy troops are always bitching. But Fabrizio says not DEFCON 1 yet, but Santa could bring some top secret dispatch for him. So who knows?
Well, let's hope Santa comes through, because I liked what I heard earlier this month. A lot of good stuff coming down that road.
That was a great show, by the way. You did a good job hosting that, Mo. That was good fun.
That was fantastic.
Yeah.
Good thing I got in there in a timely manner. So Stigler says, did you see the GNT monthly email today? Hang on to your hat for January 4th. A bunch of stuff is charging. I did not see that today.
I did not see it today. I have not been paying attention to the email lately. I need to.
Not sure what. Well, I guess Vietnam would be one that's going to be charging.
Yeah.
I saw the email dropped, but I didn't get a chance to read it since we were out so much today.
Well, let's pull it up and have a quick little look-see here and see what she's got to say.
Oh, we got a little live intel here, and this is going to be hopefully better than what we got before with the false DEFCON 1 alarm.
All I'm saying is I want mine before Christmas, so it better be here in the next 3 damn days. Well, it's going to be
Well,
trouble.
the good thing is they will be in Texas.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. That's what bothers me. It's so close yet so far.
Oh, don't even talk about so close. If he's shipping from the same place, it's like 30 minutes away from me. So
So why
it's
don't you
very
just
close.
drive over?
That's what I said to him last time. I said, I just drive over there. The
Nine,
same with Vuka.
9 P500s, 3 new games,
wow.
and 6 key P500 reprints. I wonder how many of them are history games. Let's see.
Oh, live on the show, we're going to get the GMT rundown from Kev.
Yeah, talk amongst yourselves while I find.
Well,
Okay. Hey, wait, we got a special gift for Jester because he says he's here for his gift.
Oh, yeah.
Is
I've
it-
got a gift for him.
picture your butt.
Algiers is the name of a city. Algeria is the country.
And there you have it. Thanks for playing.
He'll know what I'm talking about.
I'm sorry, I'm missing this inside joke.
It was a while back on his channel. He was bitching about Colonial Twilight, and he got it mixed up. The card for Algiers, he mixed up thinking it was the country and not the area. So,
All right, let's see. Charging. We charge for the following games November 29, 30, and are now shipping 9 P500. So Battle Line, nice. Okay, CNC Ancients, Conquest and Consequence, Dominant Species, the Euro, Red Flag over Paris, Space Corps, Last 100 Yards, Volume 3. That's a new game, Triumph and Tragedy, Twilight Struggle, blah, blah, blah. Our next charge will be Barossa Army Group Center.
oh really? They're going to do AGC, huh?
That's a surprise. Yeah, I'm surprised.
Yeah, because it seemed like that was going to
already.
get pushed aside completely and forgotten
Into
about.
the Woods, the Battle of Shiloh, another great battles of the American Civil War. It's too hard to play game. Did I say that out loud? I'm sorry. No, it's a great system. It's a great system. It's the it's my ASL of
No,
the Civil War.
there's
Pacific
a
War.
there's a reason they did simple great battles of history, because it made that system so much easier to play. They'll probably end up doing
well,
the simple great battles of the Civil War as well.
Exactly, they should do that. Pacific War, Plains Indian Wars, Salerno 43, Salerno 43 Mountain Map, Vietnam. They're all charging next January 6th.
Nice. Vietnam.
So my card's gonna get beaten up hard. One, two,
Really? How many things do you have in?
everything except for the GBACW.
Oh, wow. I think the only thing I've got in there is Vietnam.
I can't
I
be
got
the only
Vietnam.
one that's noticed the prices going up on everything, like creeping up.
Well, yeah, the prices are going across the board because there's
Yeah.
a worldwide shipping issue and there's shortage of, components and not components, but paper and things like that.
Well,
So
I mean, you
everything's going
combine
up.
that with the inflation that's going on as well.
Yeah.
It's making it hard to keep up on games. I'm having to be real selective on what I'm going to cover now.
Yeah.
I can't just be as free. I mean, games that used to go 70, 80 are now like 100, 110, and that just, it adds up. Especially when you got a bunch of snot-nosed kids running around. Alexander is a good game.
So Stigler says you're a wimp, turn 2. So
Yeah. Yeah. Sticks any day. Well, the good news is with all the pre-orders, the price is the price, right? So those prices haven't gone up. Like Barbarossa is Barbarossa. It's been $89 forever. Pacific War was actually reasonably priced, and that's a 10-pound box.
10
Yeah.
pounds.
4-inch box. Salerno is 3 pounds. That doesn't include the mountain map. I'm not doing the mountain map. I think that's just overkill. And Vietnam's going to be 5 pounds.
I might have to check
Well,
out the
that-
Vietnam one.
that is a slight difference. Fabrizio, he says on the game front, he asked for you the Europa series and he got Undaunted Normandy. Slight difference. Just a wee bit.
Yes, but Undaunted is the model for all wargame.
Do you mean
this is where
Europa Universalis? That one? That board game?
No, the Europa series.
I haven't played
No,
that.
you know the World War II Europa from GDW.
Oh. No, I'm looking forward to the other Europa. But that's not coming out until this coming year. That's one of the ones I'm
Yeah,
looking
I don't
forward
know
to.
if I'm going to get that or not. What's fascinating about it? Fascinating about it for you?
The Universalis one.
Yeah.
I like the video game. It's same reason I backed
Mm.
Stellaris. The video game is, excellent. So if they're able to capture any part of that into a board game, I would be just tickled pink. And
Okay.
Stellaris I backed because one, I also liked the video game, but that was also coming out from Academy Games, so I
Mm.
expected good stuff from them. They generally do really well.
Yeah.
With the
Now I have, if anybody's interested in computer war games, has anybody even slightly interested in Command Modern Operations?
I would love to invest the time to play that well or play it. But I just, by the time I'm done with all the vassal stuff and then
Yeah.
work, it's like, I really just don't want to have to work that hard.
Yeah.
I'm struggling. I think my days of consuming rule sets very quickly are slowly fading as my gray matter calcifies. So,
Well, you are really good at that. I don't know how you do that, but you just can digest rule books very quickly. I'm kind of one of those. I need to dive into the game and be into the rules while I'm playing it. I can, pick up. It depends on the size of the rules.
Right.
But if they're like 8, 10 pages, 12 pages, I can, run a few of those at the same time. But when it's something, it's like 30, 40, 50 pages, like, nah, I got to pretty much stick to that one.
Right.
Maybe have one small one on the side going, but I want to try to dive into that and just grok it, before.
It depends on the rule set. And we talked about this briefly before when we were talking about 1985. I think they did a good job because so much of that rule set is small bite-sized pieces that interlock with each other. So it's not that hard to pick up. You just have to keep track of how the pieces fit. But each small piece isn't hard to understand. And then there's some games where it's just kind of like big vomit at you. Here it all is. Try to understand all at once. And that's where I bog down.
That's what this is. So Death Ride version 2. This is version 2.5. This is the master rules. I have the original 2.5, which is 60 pages. This is now clocking in at 140, and it's 140, no diagrams, and just block text, right? And all the blue, you probably can't see it, but all the blue font is new, brand new rules added in, and it's a chunk of work. So I'm learning that with a friend. So that's helping, and I'm starting to do that more with some of the larger systems.
Yeah.
Because depending on how the rule books are done. Now, who is messing up rules? I don't know that page. Who is that guy or girl? Who is that?
Messing up rules?
Yeah, I don't know who they are. Who are
Playing games and messing up rules.
Yeah, is there a YouTube page?
I believe there is. Is it messing up rules? Let's go check it out. It should be. Let me just double check.
I can't check out that page. I'm glad to see them here. So I think, Nate, you're right? It depends on how they put rule books together, what the flow is. I saw some knucklehead talking about getting rid of the case system the other day. You shared that. One of you guys shared that. And I was like, well, for games that are more sophisticated than tic-tac-toe, you basically got to have a case system. You've got to have rules sections. Got to define what movement is, what combat is, and all that sort of stuff. So, but if it's not done well, like this has fantastic casing, right? But then you've got blocks and blocks of paragraphs of rules.
There's Messing Up Rules channel.
Oh, cool, man.
There you go.
Thanks for.
So let's go over there. Everybody take a moment here. Go over there and give a subscription. Only 8 subscribers. Now let's make it, there's 9. See if we can bounce up that subscription a little bit for this fellow content creator.
Gonna double
But
the
going back to
subscription.
CMO for a second. Yeah, there you go. But for CMO for 1 second, the reason why I was bringing that up is because, they've got that sale right now. And it's like $39 or $40.
Oh, really?
Well, if you go to Fanatical, the Fanatical website, it's $31. So I was like, oh, sold. Save a few more bucks.
I might go check that out. Let me because I get the Fanatical emails. I must have missed that. And it's also interesting. So do you play it much?
I've not played it yet. I literally just got it.
Okay, all right. I was just curious.
Yeah. No, I wanted to get it, and the reason why is because I used to play Harpoon on the computer years and years ago.
Yeah, I love
and
Harpoon.
I loved the hell out of that game. But that was also when I had, more time.
Yeah.
So that's going to be the challenge. Plus, I have what was that other one that I just got?
War in the Pacific, Ultimate Admirals Edition.
No, not that one. Is that the one you've been playing? Or?
No, that's the one it's on my desktop as a reminder of what a wuss I am for not playing it yet.
No, it was Combat Mission Cold War. That was the other one I just got.
Edward Holzman has $200 invested in Shimano. Is that same thing? How do you?
That's the original. That was the one that came out like in 2012, 13. Command Modern Air Naval Operations or whatever. Now it's just Command Modern Operations.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of DLC and things you can get for it. So
I kind of hate it when they do it like that, though. I don't like being piecemealed a game. I want to.
Yeah, that's the model, though, right?
Yeah, here's my $50. Give me everything.
Right.
So Mess Up Rule says, just a guy, I have a page but very little content. Well, you know what? We all start with very little content. Just stick with it. You'll have plenty.
Me too.
Seriously. I mean,
my first video was about 4 BMWs. So, All right. Well, so now I saw that the Lock and Load has their sale on still.
Yeah.
40% off. I'm wondering what Matrix has a sale as well. Okay. I'm wondering what over there is on sale I need to look at, because although I have nearly 99% of everything.
So let me ask Messing Up Rules a question. Being it, you have just the one video. Did you just get into wargaming, or is it just you're just starting out in doing content creation for war games?
Hell, that's how I started out. I started wargaming and a channel at the exact same time.
Yeah.
Did you really? That's interesting.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't find any videos about the game that I was playing, and I was like, well, screw it. I'll just make it my damn self.
Yeah, that's one of the things DCB saying that it's more complicated than Harpoon. He had hoped it was the same, but it's not. And I know that it's going to be more complex. And the one thing I don't like about it is you get a PDF rule book. I want a hard copy of the rules because I like to sit there, read the rules as I'm playing, not look through a PDF. That's good for reference when I'm playing online, but I like the books, and then I can put like little stickies and things like that as reminders to myself as to what I need to look for.
Toilet material.
Yeah, that too. Library.
I've never played Harpoon. I just never bothered to get into it.
Well, you probably weren't born when it was released, so don't worry about it.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
Although I did find one on my shelf. I was tickled to find they actually had the Panzer series by GMT, because I have like 2 or 3 of the expansions. I was like, I wonder if I've got the actual core game itself, and I found it on my shelf. I was like, well, I'll be damned. I'm going to have to pull that one out because I've heard a lot of good stuff about that one.
Yeah. So, but Messing Up Rules, just let me know. I'm curious. We're all curious. Are you just getting into wargaming now, or just getting into content creation for war games? And John had posted that it was John Sy did. He said that he just got Margaret Thatcher's War, and seeing that video, it's perfect timing. So that's exactly what doing content creation is all about right there, is creating content and finding an audience. And you have one person right now that you hit the perfect time for that player to see that information. He says, little of both. I've been board gaming and RPG D&D since about 83. I've been interested in historical war games for about 5 years now. So I guess you got a small collection just starting out, in the last 5 years, or did you go hog wild and buy everything?
Yeah, definitely a time to get into it. Everything's being released.
Daniel's saying we're going to be playing MBT at the next Compass Con. Yes, we will. We will play that. And if you and just as to let you guys know, it will. I'm going to kind of spill the beans here a little bit, but CSW Dallas is on middle of May. Make plans to be here, Kev.
Okay. Cool.
So
you guys
the announcement
suck.
will be going out.
All the cons happen near you. None of them happen near me.
Well, no one wants to go to Carolina. I mean, what's there?
There's lots of cool
Bad
stuff here.
barbecue.
There's actual military bases near me. We've got Bragg.
Hmm?
We've got Camp Lejeune. We got Cherry Point. We
Oh, that's
got
so cute.
Seymour
We
Johnson.
have we have Air Force bases and all sorts of stuff. We got tanks, hood. We got all sorts of shit here. Don't even talk to me.
You guys got the Alamo where you got your butts kicked.
Exactly.
So he's
400
got
board
400
games.
board games and 50th historical war games. So you know what? This is Christmas. It's a time for giving. So get me your information, and you're going to get a copy of this game here as long as it's showing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're kind of
it's-
green screening out.
Counterattack.
Yeah,
Battle of
Counterattack Battle of Arras, 1940. That is the first gift from Santa Grog tonight.
Santa
So reach out to
Grogmod.
me on the channel. You'll have my contact information on the channel. Just email me, and I will get that out to you. Merry Christmas to you, and hopefully it'll be something that you can add some content for on your channel.
Yeah, nice job.
Yeah, be pretty cool.
And we need to flip that script. We need to have 400 war games and 50 euros.
Yeah.
We need more.
So Nate, we're working on one here soon, is what Brant's saying. So that'll be in your neck of the woods.
What are we working on? I lost track of what we were
The convention.
Oh,
The convention that you were bitching that there's none by you. Well, looks like Brant's saying that they're working on one near you. So that
we
would be
need
cool.
need to have some.
Got one in Biscuitville, North Carolina. Isn't that like down the street from Gravy?
Biscuitville's the name of a restaurant, bro. And they have really good biscuits.
Yeah, this is a really good point. John's saying
Well-
when you complain about Gimpy, there's no gaming cons that happen near him. He's in the Philippines.
Yeah, but there's
So-
gaming cons that happen about the Philippines.
That's true, but you
Or
could be in a
games,
position
rather.
where there's no gaming cons at all. You got to travel across the world to get to them.
Traveling to
Didn't John go
Texas
there?
is like
Yeah.
traveling across the world.
Yes, that is true. It is
Yeah.
rather big state.
Well, you guys are as big as what? France? Bigger?
Not sure. I'm not sure what states
More than likely larger.
or countries.
Oh,
Yeah, no, that is a great point right there. That Messing Up Rules says, oh, fantastic. Thank you so much. This is another reason I'm interested in historical wargaming. The community seems great. It is a fantastic community. It really is. And everybody's very giving. Everybody's very supportive. And it's just a great community to be part of. And that's where doing content creation, you're going to be giving of your time and helping people out. And they're going to, respond in kind. They're going to support you and everything else. So it's a good thing to be doing.
Yeah.
Yep.
When I first started my channel, a couple of guys reached out to me, gave me advice, some heads up, some equipment, some games. David sent me a bunch of stuff to help start out. It's a real welcoming community.
It is very much so. PresCon in Virginia, and then MMP Winter Offensive Maryland. Both are within driving distance.
How far is Maryland from you? That's what, like 8-9 hours?
Not sure,
Somewhere
but
around
Brant's going to take off. So, one of the things we wanted to talk about tonight was everybody's, let's say, top games of 2021, the good and bad. What you liked, what you didn't like in 2021. And it could be games that were released in 2021 or new games that you played in 2021. So, who wants to go first?
All right, I'll jump in. I'm going to push these people, and I've been pushing them a lot because I think they did really well. And they had their latest Kickstarter that did better than their first, and that is the Age of Dogfight series. I've talked about them a lot. They did the World War I version, which I really liked, and then they bumped it up, changed the rule set a little bit to accommodate for the World War II, which the Kickstarter already went out and they did the whole thing, but they are going to have retail versions, so you'll be able to buy it from their
Nice.
website. A really cool system if you're into kind of trying to think of another game like it, but I'm blanking. It's kind of like X-Wing meets World War II, and the way that the game plays really well, and they are working to fix some of the issues that people did have with the first version, the World War I version. Everyone, turns out it wasn't just me, complained about the damn stickers, so they rectified that a little bit. But it plays really well. Altitude, climbing in on your opponents, doing turning maneuvers, directional fire. even rear firing guns, so you got multiple arcs, all that cool stuff. You can come up with your own missions. There are other missions that are into it. It can be played solitaire. There's a solitaire-ish version of it that works okay. I'm not going to give them like huge props on that because
solitaire-ish version.
No, you know how it is, like where there's solitaire rules, but they're good to a point. You're going to have to make judgment calls. All right.
Yeah.
But they do include a die that's specific for the solitaire that does give that randomness factor that you need for the game. So that one really excels. If you guys haven't tried it, definitely check it out. Age of Dogfights, World War II or World War One. They have both, and it's, if I remember right, Forsage Games, Forsage, and they do really well. As far as games that suck, I can't really think of one off the top of my head. I know Kev's favorite game is U-Boat. He really loved that
Never
one.
played it.
I think we beat that dead horse.
Wow, we always got to beat on that horse.
Watched it play, never played it.
So, Kev, what about you? Now we'll just keep going around as we think something.
Yeah,
And
sure,
guys in the audience, if you want to, chime in, guys and gals in the audience, if you want to chime in, go ahead.
Yeah, so I've got a few things. So I pulled up my gameplays for the year, and I think the two games that kind of surprised me that I enjoyed the most that were new to me was Hanu, the France 1940, the sort of Ghost Light game.
Yeah.
I really ended up enjoying that once I got through the rules and the goofiness of some of the rules and some of the bad wording. I think it's got lots of potential, so I really enjoyed that. And I think,
is that the important one?
That's the important one. That's the one that has all the very important rules in red, which is actually a consistent methodology through the full GOS rulebook. I found out.
Wow.
It's real special. Not my favorite thing, but a very interesting look at sort of tactical combat at that sort of company battalion scale type of thing. So I enjoyed that a lot. And then my surprise win, where is it? I'm just looking here on my screen, was Line of Battle. I don't know where it is on my screen, but the Washington, to take Washington, I loved, after playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different tactical American Civil War games, the Line of Battle system just clicked for me so well. It was so clean and thematic and rich with narrative, and the rules really work. So I really, really, really enjoyed that.
I remember you carrying on about that. Yeah,
I was losing my mind a little bit over it, and especially after playing all the others. Now I love Lutman's chip pull system and all the rest of it.
Blind swords.
Yeah, the blind sword system is great too. Like I could, but I see that as being slightly lighter, right? And a little more abstract, but also very, very, very good. I bought all of the games in the system. Hey, Jeff.
What's going on,
Jeff? Super impressed. I've got some other stuff that I'm interested we can talk about later on too. So, but that's 2 for now.
Yeah, there you go. And we've got one comment up here from Richard Kerr. Says it's been a year now since he started wargaming, and he says he's learned so much from us on our channels, and we're really happy to hear that, Richard. We really do, and that's what we do. Why we do this? We want to help people out, and we want to share our love of the hobby, and share the information that we dig, and we are all excited about. Share that passion with everybody else, and hopefully get somebody else interested in the same stuff we're interested in. And let's see here. There was another one. Joe says, my guess most pick will be NATO. I don't know why you'd even think that. NATO's not even on my list.
It's the only thing you've talked about for the past 4 videos.
Kidding. Just kidding. No. It's definitely, that's a no-brainer, that one. But
shoot, we got on with Fabrizio, and we're talking about 1985, sequel coming up, and you're like, yeah, have you heard about NATO? I heard that's a good game.
NATO's kind of okay, but NATO goes without saying it. There is really nothing else I'll add. I'll just say, because I've already, I think, spoken that to death. But a couple others that I'll talk about here real quick. D-Day and Beyond. I was really impressed with that game. I think Kev has gotten that too as well.
Yep.
the one
Yep.
from Flying Pig.
I was going to mention that too. Yeah.
It was Tiny Battles, actually, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's what cracks me up about it. It's a Tiny Battles publishing or Tiny Battles game, which is Flying Pig's one of their smaller companies, the small publishing company that they use. They go with small games, small format, and everything else. This is not a small game. It's not a tiny battle at all. It's actually pretty big, and it's really fun.
Yeah,
it is time consuming though. When you want to play if you want to play the campaign, I don't know when I'll ever get to play that, maybe at a con or something, but even the 12 turn game is going to take you time. And I thought the game was interesting, and the way it played out, you got the multiple landing sites that you can do. You can do historic, or you can do the what ifs. So you can either follow history, or you can just say, hey, what happens if they did this, and the supply aspect is pretty cool too, but without being super complicated.
Right.
And then I like how the combat works, and that actually, like, you can do multi-hex combat and use different units to attack one hex, which is, you can do that in other games too, but you can kind of pick and choose, which I think is kind of neat. That also kind of dovetails into the other game that I'm going to have on both my like and dislike list, and I bet you Kev knows which one I'm going to talk about. Across the Boog River.
That's with a B.
Yeah. I both enjoyed the game and was a little disappointed with it. Love the combat mechanics. Kevin and I played it online. We talked about it. The battles really felt like a slugfest, which I thought was really cool. And that was due to the chip pull mechanism for the combat modifiers. You can't simply math it out. And I think that's really cool. You go in there, because we both had that where we're like, oh, I got you 4-1. This is going to be great. And then you pull the shit and you're like, crap, it's 1-1. It totally changes.
Yeah.
And then you have the steps, if these are like 6-step units, they're not, 4 to 6-step units. I think there might have even been some 8 steps, if I remember correctly. But the thing that was cool is it wasn't just you get in there and somebody wins and you go away. No, it's you exchange some shots, and then you lick your wounds and you come back again and do it again. So I think that was kind of cool. The thing that obviously we didn't like, we made known, was the fact that it takes forever to do the activations. And then I think that their retreat thing is broken. It needs to be fixed. They get those two things fixed and that game's going to be solid.
Yeah. Yeah. The first one's a big issue, but it's kind of fundamental. But anyway, yeah, that's a challenge. That would have been on my list of one of the least favorite games I played. And I think the other one, which was 20 minutes or whatever, but Fire Base Vietnam was just, the magazine game from C3I was terrible. It's just, and Battle for Kursk was also
Vietnam Yahtzee.
Vietnam Yahtzee or Nazi Yahtzee. And the Battle for Kursk was pretty weak as well. I wasn't super impressed with that, but
it was a magazine war game. It was a magazine war game.
Yeah, sure. But someone had put quite a bit of work into it, and I think kind of build on that Battle for Moscow theme, and it just was odd to me. But anyway.
Well, magazine game isn't really an excuse, because there are plenty of magazine games that did so well that they became full-fledged, box versions. So, I mean, you can say, well, it's a magazine game, it's not the end of the world, but you can still expect a certain level of gameplay out of it. Actually, speaking of which, to mention that, I've been meaning to mention them. Yes, I really did love the game, but I did see they put out a notice that they had some extra copies left of the first version that people can buy on retail. So if you don't have a copy of the game, go to their website. You can order if they've got any left. I wouldn't be surprised if they were selling out quick. They didn't have everything available, but handful of stuff. Core games, there were 2-player packs, 4-player packs, Train Pack 1. I would have got Train Pack 2, but they didn't have that. Plenty of stuff. Best miniatures that I'd seen all year, hands down, was Company of Heroes. Best miniatures. And I hate to say this, but the worst miniatures would have been Car Wars 6th edition. They just, they weren't that good. I don't want to hate them. They just, I don't know, the material, there wasn't enough definition. They were kind of like injection molded into the shape. And because of the way they were done, the details of the cars didn't stand out that well. So when you tried to paint them, it came out looking kind of wonky because everything kind of, it looked like
Soft
it was,
details.
yeah, it looked like it bled together like Play-Doh, you know?
Mm,
It
yeah,
was hard to really get that extra detail to shine through. I ended up having to
that's a
use
shame.
metallic paint to kind of make the detail stand out. The gameplay's excellent for it. I really like the game itself, but the miniatures were a letdown. Company of Heroes, though,
Mm,
you can get it if you don't have a copy yet. Uh, Definitely go order it if you like it. Excellent, excellent game, and by far best miniatures I'd seen all year. And
nice.
another game I wanted to mention, game series, the Cry Havoc series, because I cover some different stuff that these two don't like. The This is old school medieval man-to-man combat. Well, you don't like that, Mo.
No, just the way you said that. You're like, these guys don't like it.
Well,
We're
you
grumpy old
don't.
men.
No, it has nothing to do with that. You just don't like that type of game, which is fine. But
Depends. Depends. I might play it, but I wouldn't go buy it.
no, it's excellent. I love the man-to-man combat with swords,
Mhm.
boards, spears, bows and arrows.
Oh, that's cool.
You know, fighting over a castle, besieging it. So the Cry Havoc series, the one I specifically played was the word that I can never pronounce right, Ager Sanguinus, Ager Sanguinus.
Okay.
Really, really, really cool game. They've got expansions for it. There's a group on Facebook if you're into that gameplay where you can get more information. It's the Cry Havoc group, fam group, whatever on Facebook groups. But definitely check that out. But a lot of Kate time to get it here because I don't think there's a whole lot of local distributors. So you'll probably have to pay a little more in shipping because it's going to have to come from the EU, not anywhere local. Unless Noble Knight's selling it, but I don't think they are. I could be wrong on that one.
Who had a favorite solo game, solitaire game?
I would say solo game. The one I have on my list is Defending America, intercepting the American bombers, and that was simply because it's another Greg Smith game. I really dig his games; they're a lot of fun. They create great narratives, and the big bonus is in that game you could be a Marine pilot. So it's like winner, winner, chicken dinner. That's definitely going to go right to the top of my list for that.
That's great.
What about you, Kev?
I really enjoyed first gameplay this year of Ranger.
Oh yeah, that is a fun game.
Mega games. That was amazing. I know there's a lot of die rolling and stuff like that, and flipping through the book, but super cool. And Zero Leader. I really, despite what I think is a crappy DVG rulebook system formatting and charts, there's a great game in there. Chuck did an awesome job building that. Taking that game, that solo Phantom Leader game system, and making it a great game system for
cool.
these pilots. It was very cool.
Excellent.
I would go with one that's a little different, and it hasn't officially released yet, but it's literally around the corner. I expected it by now, but shipping got delayed. Core Space, my all-time favorite game. They've got the second version. It's already out, like the original version released a few years back. They did the second boxed version that just kickstarted, and they're getting ready to deliver it. Should be within a matter of weeks.
What's it called name?
Core Space.
Core Space?
Yeah.
Core Space.
They're the company Battle Systems. They do that cardboard terrain. So the game comes with a neoprene mat, and then you build the walls and everything out. It's got little cardboard tables and chairs and computer terminals and all that stuff. The neatest part of it is the crates in the game are built specifically to the size of the weapon tokens. So when you search, you actually open up the little terrain to see what you found in there. And you'll find ammo, med packs, pistols,
cool.
shotguns, that type of stuff. By
OG's
far,
here.
yeah, the best miniatures skirmish tactical game I've ever played. Love the system. It can be played solitaire, it can be played cooperatively, it can be played competitively, one-off scenarios, campaigns, and the terrain looks great. I'm using, actually coming up, their Fantasy Village set to play a series of bolt-action games. The World War II shooter.
Oh yeah, you showed us those pictures. Yeah. Those do look sharp.
Yeah, that's going to look real good. Their terrain just looks excellent. You can spend a few hours in an evening putting the packs together, and you have plenty of buildings like full-fledged buildings that you can pull the top off, have the infantry inside to have their sight lines, all that cool stuff. And it already is like colored, designed, all that cool stuff. You don't have to spend hours and hours painting it, and it goes together relatively well. I mean, it is cardboard, so it's not perfect, and it is a little more fragile.
Nice.
But for the amount that you get versus what you're spending and the time investment, it's hard to beat.
Is it so? Is it $100 for like the Galactic Core system? What is that?
Okay, what you probably saw is their terrain pack set, the Galactic set. The game itself, the Core Space core game, is $90 to $100, something like that, and that would be better to start out with. It comes with the miniatures, the dice, the tokens, the player sheets, which are dry erase, so you can mark on them and then just wipe them off. And it comes with the 2x2 neoprene mat and some terrain, but it's not as much terrain as you would get in that full pack. The full pack is extra walls and doors and stuff.
Do you paint the minis and stuff yourself?
Yes.
Wow.
You do have to paint the minis. You don't have to paint them. They are different colors. So like the aliens are one color, the pirate crews are one color, civilian aliens are one color. So if you don't want to take the time to paint them, you don't have to. But of course, they're going to look better if you do.
Yeah, it's like Aliens, Another Glorious Day in the Core.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, you were playing it, you didn't even paint them. And I was like, man, I can't get that on the table without painting it first. It adds to the fun to me. And it's kind of like, you know, when you get a game, you want to clip it before you play it, kind of sort of thing. It's like, I want to paint it before I play it. So that was one of the first things I did.
I just didn't have the time. I had so much other stuff I had to cover. Oh, speaking of which, though, there is something on my table, or again, maybe on my table, I've been painting up over the past few weeks that I've been wanting to play for the longest time, which is Imperial Assault. The Star Wars version of basically Descent by Fantasy Flight Games. The miniatures are great. I love the little AT-ST Walker and friggin' Rancor that can just look awesome. I mean, big-ass miniatures. And they paint well, you know, so I'm really looking forward to getting that on the table. Plus, Stormtroopers are easy as hell to paint because you can just prime them in white and dab black in a few spots and you're done.
Yeah. And, you know, Messing Up Rules says he's playing Castle Litter, easy to play, tough to win. And that kind of dovetails into one of the other solitaire games I was going to talk about real quickly, which I enjoyed, was Soldiers in Postmen's Uniforms.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Lancereth Ridge.
No, that's not even out yet. Soldiers in Postmen's Uniforms came out this year. That was released on Kickstarter, or ran through Kickstarter late last year. 2020, and then came out this year, and that's a neat game too. That whole system, the Valiant Defense system or series that he's doing, is just a really neat spin on the States of Siege, and it's a lot of fun, and it's really easy to get into. A simple rule set, and just frustratingly tough, but fun.
Yeah,
you keep coming back to it. You know,
what is the name of the sub game that he made? What was that called?
Undaunted Normandy.
No, the sub game, the submarine game.
By Stealth and by Sea.
By Stealth and
that was a good game.
That was another good one. Yeah, you're just managing complete crises every second.
Yeah,
it's like, wow, it really sucked to be these guys.
For those of you who don't know, we're talking about designer David Thompson. If you haven't heard it before, he designed all these games. Speaking of which, Mo, I've got a prototype copy of Lancereth Ridge, the fourth one in the series. If you want me to send it to you, so you can review it. And
I've got a couple right now that I got to work on that are, so I wouldn't be able to touch it really for a while. I got Assault Red Horizon 41. I need to get a review done on. I haven't even played it yet. I haven't had a chance to sit down and play it. And then I got to work on a Purple Haze. I got a prototype for that. So I'm curious to see how that's going to work. There's been some nomenclature used that I have already passed on to them that they need to change, because they went in there and used different words and things like that. And as I go through it, I'll probably pick up some more stuff to correct too. But that's how that goes.
Go for a Purple Haze right about now.
What, you know, the funny thing is, Charles was saying that he just set up Ardennes 44.
Yep.
Which is because Battle of the Bulge is happening very, very soon right now. And being that December 23rd, there was December 23rd to 27th, Ardennes was covered here in Cells. That's going to be the next gift to the next person that we're going to choose.
Look at you segueing. like
Hey,
a
this is
boss.
you gotta you gotta host, you gotta produce, you gotta do the whole thing, man. So, who wants a copy of Cells that does not have a copy?
I was going to say,
First one to answer wins.
we got to do
First
another
one to answer
giveaway
wins.
because I got a couple to give away myself.
Jump
No
in
one
any
told me I
minute.
need to bring a giveaway. I just did 10 games, so I'm all out.
Yeah, you just did a big one on your channel. I got a few here that I can give out tonight. So,
Oh, by the way, there's my little Moe's game table coffee cup, guys. Look at that.
nice whiskey Charlie, man. Look at that. That's sharp.
It looks like Stigler was the winner.
Stinks.
Stigler is the winner, so he'll
First
take it
comment.
on. So, Stigler, just contact me with your information, your mailing information. I will get that out to you. Merry Christmas. Don't worry, guys. There's more.
Jettisoning his butternut uniform for
There you
some
go.
army fatigues.
There you go. So I want to see some coverage on your channel too when you play it. I think you'll enjoy it because it is whether you're into the bowls or not. Because I know some people are nuts about playing the battle bowls like they are Gettysburg, Stalingrad, whatever. You'll like this because you can knock out the game in the evening, 2-3 hours, and it really does move smooth because it's only a segment of the battle. And everything's done through movement points. So that's the cool part. You got to make your choice. Excuse me. You got to make your choice. Move or move and attack using all your movement points. So you really have to think about it. I think that's a pretty neat system.
And he did that designer did a game set Gazala as well, which is
Yes.
excellent.
Mhm.
Which I think they're reprinting, and I'm curious to get a copy of that because I wasn't a big fan of the artwork of the counters, but it was a
There's mine.
great game system. Yeah, look at you, Mo. There you go. Oh, Nate, where is yours? Did you not bring yours to the session? Shame on you, young man.
Hidden from the children.
Hidden from the children.
Otherwise, it
Good
would be in pieces all over the floor.
And you didn't show what's on the back, did you, Kev? Not only is it Whiskey Charlie, but the big board, roll dice.
my little catchphrase.
That's it.
Excellent. You know what else was good this year? Kharkov Battle. Compass did some great games. Kharkov Battle.
Oh, yeah.
The Korean War release, despite the snafus with the counters, was excellent.
Mhm.
I really enjoyed those two games this year. They were good. And of course, Russia. I played Russia Besieged as well, but everyone knows about that game. I think that's old school.
Well, they've really stepped it up the past few years, and they've become my go-to war game publisher without a doubt, by far. They're just really pushing out stuff that is just at a steady pace, and they haven't broken it, which is just fantastic. So.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. What was it, Tank Ace, that you played at their
American Tank Ace.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is fun. That is a fun game.
That was pretty cool.
It is. It's one of those. You get out there, you're like, oh, these guys aren't going to shoot. Oh crap, they're shooting at me. Oh damn, I'm dead. That sucks.
There's been a lot of individual tank level games released in the last little while. There's the one from GMT, I forget what it's called, but
Tank Duel.
Yeah,
Tank Duel.
Yeah,
and then
that's really more of a social game. Really is what it is, because playing the cards on stuff, you really need a group to enjoy that, I think.
Okay.
So because I had it, but then I was like, man, it's just a huge footprint to play solitaire, and I was like, nah. So I didn't keep it because I was like, I just can't justify that footprint to play a solitaire game. I could do it with a group, but I'll just play someone else's at a con, at some point to check it out. But it's a neat little game.
That's cool. I see Henry is playing Thunder at Dawn. I played that, and in fact, I'm playing that online. I need to reconnect with my opponent on Vassal. That's a good little battle for the Civil War.
Tank Duel was alright.
What's that? It is?
It was alright. It just, the solitaire component to it was complex, like overly complex. But it almost had to be overly complex to work within the mechanics of the game.
Right.
So.
I agree with Admiral Seabass there, saying Attrition of Souls, top class effort from Compass. It is a game that I did not necessarily think it was going to be as enjoyable to me as it ended up being. I was like looking at it going, yeah, it's World War One. Okay, I'll give it a shot. And I was playing it, and I was like, damn, this is actually kind of good. And then as I'm playing it more and more, I was just like, wow, this is a hell of a lot more fun than I expected. Let me set it up and play it again. Because it's a pretty straightforward rule set. It's not hard to do. Not hard to grok. And you just, you basically it's chit pull. You basically pull your units out of a bag that will tell you when the units come in. So everything's always changing.
Okay.
And it's very almost like chess-like as far as blocking and things like that.
Right.
So
That's
it feels
system, right?
Yes, yeah, and it feels like World War One in that fact because it was just, it wasn't as dynamic as World War II. The maneuver wasn't as dynamic as World War II was. So you're doing a lot of blocking and a lot of bluffing, things like that. Even when you're playing solitaire, you can kind of almost fake yourself out a little, and it's easy for me to do if anybody's watched my NATO AARs because I leave my flanks open. But the whole thing is with this one, it's a very straightforward rule set, but it also has optional rules that you can add in as you choose to increase the complexity. So it's a neat little system. I really enjoyed it.
Hasn't released a lot in the last 12 months has been Lock and Load. They did that Bougainville Forgotten Campaign, which is a very good light game for the campaign of Bougainville.
They did the Atlanta campaign.
Yeah.
They did that Revolutionary War game. All these are those battles on demand.
That's all magazine scale stuff, and
so was Bougainville.
NATO does have a bigger.
It was actually I think was actually a well-produced game, and also fairly clever in how they used the information on the counters to represent many different things. So, the combat factor wasn't just the combat factor. It also represented other aspects of the game in terms of morale or recovery or things like that. So it had some interesting mechanics going on. Whereas the other games just kind of also rans. I'm just wondering, so they're going to do that Kickstarter next year, which I'm super excited about. Are they printing? Are they going to print any actual lock and load tactical stuff?
Oh no.
Yeah,
they did some new stuff. They did some X maps in that expansion.
Battles to the Rhine.
Yeah.
Battles to the Rhine.
Yeah.
And then you've also got the
I played that. Yeah, actually, okay. So
the one with Devin on the cover. Devin can chime in here with
expansion though, not a module, right? I'm just wondering.
No, that's a module. The other one is an expansion. Yeah. Yep, that's a good point right there. If you want to play World War I in 45 minutes, Attrition of Souls gives you that. About 45 minutes to an hour.
How about that? That's a selling point.
Kabuki, hey, how's it going?
Nice timing, kid. All right, Mo.
Yes.
How else are we going to do these giveaways? Because I don't want to run out of time here. You want to have them just
throw it in?
All right, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to toss up my first one. And if you're interested, just say yay, hi, something as a name for an entrance, and I will do a random number draw on my phone.
I heart Gimpy.
Yeah. So first one for me is going to be For Glory. It is gladiatorial combat, and it's a deck building game. All right, I enjoyed this one. I had a lot of fun with it. Think it's cool. And there's a video series on my channel that shows off the game. They did a Kickstarter actually for this one recently. This is a review copy that was sent to me. But if you do not have it, feel free to throw your name up, and I will do a random number. So if 10 people say they're interested, I will do 1 out of 10, and we'll see who's going to get it. Let me pull up a random number generator. So
there you go, Kev. Bitter Harvest.
Yeah, there we go. Just like that.
I thought that was going to come this year. I'm just pining for it.
So I want to see #Gimpy, and then that way that'll be the ones who will be entered into this.
I figured that.
Hey, John's here.
Mr. Krantz.
Yeah, and I was talking about you before when I said that I did not go into all the details because you'll release that, but I did say the good news that CSW Dallas will be happening. So.
And we didn't say anything bad yet. We're saving it all up for the end.
So the first one is Private Public. And Clark Commando, 1983. ID Jester, but he gets -1 to the DRM on that.
Don't give Jester a game. He's a tuber.
You
Love
guys
you,
are
Jester. Just picking on you.
so mean to Jester.
Well, when are we getting our big multiplayer? Let's have at it.
It is officially out now, the module. So yes, we can set that up hopefully over the holidays or maybe after
January. I want to kick some Jester backsides. What I want to do.
Okay, so that's the deal. Well,
what is he? What
the smack talking has begun. He said it's not that hard.
I tell you what, I'll play with. I usually roll dice with my left hand. I'll play with my left hand behind my back and give you guys a chance. How's that?
There you go. Got another one.
All right, so
Dan?
I've counted up 6 so far.
There you go. That's
All right.
Why don't you call it there and do a D6?
All right, anyone else before I do this first roll who wants to throw their name
Last
in
call.
the hat?
Last call for #Gimpy.
You know what? I'm just going to give away a copy of Case Blue. Let's just do that.
Yeah, okay, dibs, Gimpy.
Yeah.
Or you know
Call dibs.
what the other one that's not exactly there, but it's close to would be Fall Blau. Because that's out of print.
Yeah.
Okay, let's count down whoever was number 4 who said it.
Oh, Neil said there's 7 people. Oops.
7.
Do I need to do it again? Who was 7?
Did you roll
Neil
7?
said 7. I don't know. Maybe Neil's chiming in. I don't know.
2, 3, 4, 5.
It had to
6.
be difficult.
No, there was 7. Shit.
All right, do it again, real quick. 7.
Let's
Locked
go,
in.
Math. Let's go, Math Genius.
Math is hard.
Shut
There
up.
are 7 crayons. There are 7 crayons, but 2 of them are green. How many crayons are there?
It was
11.
9
You
equals
dick.
4.
You dick. All right.
11 crayons.
So, for this one, we got number 2, which is going to be Clark Commando, 1983. So,
Clark Commando.
Oh,
to-
I think that's mine.
Clark
any
Ruggiero.
ladies,
Ruggiero.
any of my videos have my email address down in them, just in case you need it. But it's real simple: TheGimpyGamer at Yahoo. Just send me a email with your details, and I will get that sent out to you. And yes, it will be post Christmas.
Or Nate@crayoneaters.com. We got to start that. We got to get that.
Shit,
We got to get
that's
that website. Crayoneaters.com. That would be awesome.
We need to you need to register that URL.
I
be
guarantee you,
great.
someone else already has that one.
So
what
John
is this? May
says-
12, 15. Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
So Tempe will be in August 25th to September 2nd. CSW Dallas will be May 12th to the 15th. Both sites will launch after the new year. So if you guys are thinking about going to conventions next year, here's your early warning to start getting those dates set aside.
Oh, look, John Longshaw's got a comment about your random die roller.
Uh-oh. This one? Break out the Wheel of Fate?
Yeah. I liked my little wheel die roller, except that it rolled 14.
The vassal wheel.
The
vassal
vassal wheel. That was hilarious. Talk about ironic.
Red. It's cherry. That's easy.
Well, what other games? What other games you have to give away, Princess? What else have you got?
Yeah, what else you got to go? Because you're Stalin's
Ooh.
Triumph.
Yes.
Nations at War. Very nice.
That's a great freaking game.
This is
That
a
is
awesome
a
one.
great game.
In the process of going through my collection to figure out what I was going to donate for Christmas, I figured out that I actually have 2 copies of this because I did the boot camp series on it, and I must have gotten a bunch of shit sent to me. So, since I have an extra copy, we're going to do a giveaway. This one is mostly unpunched. There are a couple of counters that were punched out for use during the filming of the boot camp series, but it is mainly an unpunched
Are
copy.
you signing the box? Because since it was used to make production, does it have collectability?
Needs to have a signature in it.
I got
The
a
Gimster.
naked picture of Mo in there on the inside cover.
There you
For
go.
motivation.
That'll be sure to scare everybody. So what I want to do is just while we're doing this, we're going to he's already jumping the gun. We're going to do something a little different. Instead, no one else post here for a minute. And what we're going to do is #Crayola. That will be for this giveaway. Hashtag
First time.
Crayola.
I like that.
So that way you don't get it mixed up with the other ones. So
All right, and just in case you guys haven't played Nations of War, it is like World at War 85, but set in World War II. All right, so
and
Panzers,
simpler.
yeah, a little bit simpler because there's not the air rules or jets,
Not
or
all the support
helicopters.
assets.
Yeah, but
and to be fair, it'll play a lot faster, right? I mean, because it's the old kind of the cleaner, older version. Not cleaner, but it's the older set of rules versus the new set of rules, right?
There you go. And now the first person that actually paid attention was E4 Airman. He had Crayola first.
Yeah, and he's a good dude. You should let him win. Just saying.
Actually, I think E4, he might have won something on my channel at one point before.
Well, look at them all jumping in. Don't count Jester. Let's go see. 1, 2.
Wow.
That is so mean. I was nice to Jester. I don't know why you guys treat him so badly, so poorly.
I'm just busting his chops. I love Jester.
Is it because he's funny looking?
No, I think it's because
we're all nice, and here you are picking on how ugly he is.
Why do you say that about Jester? Poor guy. I mean, he's just funny, right?
But he was
got a bunch of people.
He was smart enough to get a British guy on his show.
There you go.
See,
well,
you need to have a Brit.
Rough swords. With class, it makes it all fancy.
Yeah, you should talk like that.
Yeah.
Seriously, tell me you guys couldn't listen to Tony talk for like hours. He's just like a British historian telling me about history, and I'm just like in La La Land.
Tony?
Yeah, Tony.
You mean Dean?
Tony
Rough Swordsman.
No, I'm talking about Tony and Fabrizio.
Oh! You went from Jester's show to
change the topic.
But Tony is British, all right? There's only like a handful of Brits. It's a small island.
Most British people are full of BS. They just cover it up with a fantastic accent. Okay.
Yeah. It's just fascinating as hell. I mean, I like history, and he's just yapping away about it, and I'm just in La La Land, loving the hell out of it. Mo remembers.
Well, you know what, E4 Airman? E4 Airman, email me while Gimpy is taking his time. You're going to get yourself a copy of Aris. You can see it there. Another copy. I have 2 copies of this.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's going to E4 Airman. Merry Christmas.
You going to roll a die or do something, Nate, or are you just going to sit there and talk about...
I don't have a die, so if one of you, Kev, if you got a die and you want to roll it, you may roll it.
How many?
You got to read the rules for him. You got to roll the die.
Yeah, how many people, Princess?
I want someone who's not a dummy to help me count, so that negates you two.
Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, I got lost. Shit.
I got lost.
How many crayons?
My mama told me.
It's talking about crayons. I'm getting hungry, man.
And I'm not even drinking that much tonight. Jeez.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
There are 7 crayons in a forest.
Shut up!
Kabuki's in there, too. If a Marine chews a Crayola and no one's around, doesn't make a sound.
All right, where is that? Okay, 11, 12.
This is true. John knows. John's got
13.
dice because he rolled them during the entire friggin' Learn to Play for Battle for Germany.
Damn, that would have been perfect. I thought I counted up 12, but it is not 12. It is 13. So I might have to do the random number generator.
On my channel, Stig. If you go to the front page on the channel, you'll just do the contact and you'll see it there.
You guys don't get spam from that? I don't put mine on my YouTube channel.
I do, but it's like you have to click on connect, or contact business thing or whatever. It's on the about page.
I don't have all that fancy shit that you guys have.
Wow. So are you going to figure this out, Gimp, or am I going to have to give away something else?
13. Yeah, I've counted up 13 twice, so I just wanted to make sure that we were all getting the same number before I did this, because I didn't want to have to run it twice.
That means there's 16 then, so just...
You're killing me.
Okay.
See, and it's this little attitude down south over here. That's why Saturday, that's why I did what I did on Saturday. You'll see when the video releases. You've got your own special character.
Ooh. What are you playing on Saturday?
It was Dark War rebooted. I already filmed it. I filmed extra videos for this week, so I didn't have to do any filming during Christmas week. And you
What
got
is Dark War Reboot? Is that the Tiny Battles thing?
Yeah. It was Tiny
The
Battles.
RPG. The RPG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
Joe says we're too funny, so that's awesome. We're entertaining, and that's what we try to do.
Well, we've got that going for us.
Speaking
which is nice.
of which, if you guys order from Tiny Battle
Are you gonna
Publishing,
draw?
yeah, if they don't have it in stock,
you
be
get a winner?
prepared for it to take a while because they evidently like print it on demand some of the games.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
they do.
yeah, it took forever. Like after like 3 weeks, I was like, "What the hell? Where is it?" So I messaged them, and they gave me, some automated response of "Shut up, it's coming." And I was like, "Okay, just making sure, don't beat
Well,
me."
they hand paint every counter, so.
Yes, and you know what else is coming? The draw. Why don't you get to it?
I just
can you
did
tell
it.
us?
I did it.
No,
It is
what number?
number 6,
Oh,
and
geez,
that
now we gotta
means
go back to it.
it is Dennis Gerlach. You are the winner.
Dennis Gerlach.
Of the Crayola Challenge.
Dennis Gerlach wins the Crayola Challenge, and he wins. What game was it again? I lost track.
Stalin's Triumph. Nations at War.
You talked about it 30 minutes ago. So,
Jeez.
and,
I'm glad I don't have anything to
John
do
is
with it.
asking if Bill is joining tonight to do a guest unboxing. We'd have to adjust the camera up a little bit, though.
Which, Bill. Okay.
Bill Thomas, yeah,
Right.
he does his awesome unboxings.
Look, I'm
which
wearing
have set the
pink.
gold
I'm
standard.
wearing pink in his honor.
There you go. Nice.
All right. So, Dennis, take and contact me at the email in any of my descriptions or, TheGimpyGamer at yahoo.com and send me your details and I will get it to you.
God, you're killing me, dude. I'm gonna go get a drink. You talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back.
Wow. So you're wearing them out, man. You're just wearing them out. Did you have anything else to give away?
No, that was it. I just had the
Okay,
two.
because I was going to say you better get started now because we'll be here another hour.
Shut up. I've noticed it does take me a little while to do it because I do my
Oh, look at that.
my fundraising on like January, February timeframe. I'll do one video a year where I say, hey, send me some money so I can replace equipment and buy lighting and shit like that. And then afterwards I'll do like a giveaway to say thanks and give out a game or two. And I found that what should take me 30 seconds for some reason takes me 10 minutes. None of those videos are quick. It just is what it is.
This is true.
There you go.
But I'm happy to make.
Did you get more?
Happy.
Did you get more whiskey?
I did.
You're licking your fingers, so I know you got more whiskey. You can't let a drop go bad. That's how you can tell when it's a whiskey drink. It gets on the hand. It's like, I gotta get that.
What are you having there, Kev? A little Knob Creek.
I'm actually drinking Rabbit Hole.
I've never had that one.
It's awesome.
That sounds
Really?
like something you would drink. And I got
Yeah,
bad
I like it
mental
because you go
image.
down the rabbit hole.
You got a bad mental image over that, Nick? Yeah, it's everything that it's that and more.
I was just seeing you pour a shot into the rabbit and just tilting that little fucker up.
Oh, there you go. That'd be kind of I could not get behind that. All right.
I have never tried rabbit hole. I don't know. I like Crown. That's what I stick with. It's always been.
You're
my
trying to
drink of
send me
choice.
an email? You got my email, right? I posted it up top there. And it's also on the YouTube page.
Mo fantastic.
No, it's Fantasy, not Fantastic.
It always looks
So-
like. Post that shit up and tell me it doesn't look like fantastic.
Maybe to, people who can't spell.
Fantasy science fiction.
Yep. Yep. And then Ice Hole Beer.
Yeah.
Nice. So you have no more to give away, Gimpy?
No, you had a couple left though, didn't you?
You grouchy bastard. You don't have any more? Woodford Reserve is a good one, too. Yeah.
Come
There
on.
you
Yep.
Nations at War, Stalin's Triumph is a excellent game. I think I did very well there as a giveaway.
go. Ooh, Horse Soldier Bourbon. Not tried that one.
Yeah, I've seen that on sale online a lot, but I've always been reticent to try it, but I'd like to.
Well, this goes without saying, Buffalo Trace.
Yep.
If you can find it.
Yeah,
That's
talk
the problem.
about very popular.
Yes.
Fun.
So I got a question here. Who, for the people who watch my channel, Blanton's is another good one. What was the last magazine that I did a preview of?
Playgirl.
Blanton's? No. No.
By the way, I need a copy. Anyone, while we're here, while we're waiting for answers, anyone who has the Brook Compass magazine, Paper Wars magazine, they don't want or played it and don't want it anymore, I'm a buyer. So, but I want it for less than $45, whatever it is on retail.
What magazine?
That would be incorrect. That would be
Paper Wars. Whatever.
Oh, the most recent one that they did.
Yeah, I think it's the most recent one. It's got the
ding, 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 ding. Trent Turner is correct, and guess what, Trent? You get a copy of what Kev wants.
Oh my God! Is that the freaking? Now I'm here. Unbelievable! What an asshole!
I know, right? You dick.
No, I'm only kidding. No, he is getting a copy of that. That is a spare copy that I have.
Spare copy.
A spare copy. I didn't know you wanted it.
Kev just sat there and said that he wanted it.
I know, but I had already committed at that point.
Yeah, he already made the what to do. I pull another magazine out of his backside. Oh, hey, look! I just happen to have this S&T magazine shoved in my backside.
Yeah. So Trent Turner, you said it first. So you go ahead and send me an email, mofantasy@gmail.com, and send me your email or send me your information, your mailing information, and I will get that copy out to you and make sure that it does not go through Austin, Texas first.
Yeah.
You may not see it.
And Brent, hurry up, read that, play it, and then ship it to me, please. Get your shit together. Right.
And then Stigler said he had him beat. No fair. Hey, man, you already won one.
Yes, Stigler did win one.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
And what was the video that I recently talked about that would be a gift here on the show? And you guys can't answer.
I don't even understand the question.
Anybody who's been watching my channel will know the video that I'm talking about. There was a video that I did a preview of recently where I talked about it being a giveaway on the channel during this show.
That's why I don't understand the question. I watch good channels.
You don't watch my... Wrong, John. You're just reaching now.
No, I actually watched Kev's videos back before I started making my own.
Did you really? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
No.
John Kranz wins Penthouse House of Horrors RPG.
Boom.
Nope, not Fall Black. See, now I can see who the people that watch the channel are and who are just reaching.
That's hilarious.
Hey, you can't blame them for guessing.
No, of course not. But if they had seen the video, if they'd watched the video, they'd know exactly what I was talking about because I made it very easy.
Look, if they're watching the stream right now, they have access to the internet. Flick over to his channel real quick.
Very true. I mean, they're on the channel already, so.
Ooh, Trent's in Saginaw, Texas. I don't know where Saginaw is.
Saginaw, nice.
Where is that?
Better not go through Austin. Boy, you guys are just reaching. John Sy gets it. Siege of Orgun. You get yourself a copy of that game.
You're going to regret the fact that he won.
Nah. He's got a local U.S. It's like a post. What do you call it? Like a
PO box.
APO, like a APO.
So if you ship it to the PO box, they'll ship it to him.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Eventually, they bundle it all up with that stuff. Now he's gonna have to go buy $400 worth of games so we can get the free game.
So that's all part of the thing. So now he can use that to go get more stuff on the big giant Compass game sale.
Yeah. I need to go have another look at the Compass game sale, see if I can buy even more stuff that I probably won't get to for a while.
You can afford that after Christmas? Or after Christmas
now I got a
shopping?
question.
Christmas is different, dude. I've got a 21, a 20, and a 17-year-old. Christmas is very different. Here's some money. Shut the hell up, right? I mean, it's literally that now. Although we do, the missus is sweet, and she goes and buys some clothes and stuff, but there's not a lot of gifting per se.
Dan also got it, but he was a little behind the 8 ball on that one.
Yeah, my missus has the tree looking like Santa's friggin' workshop. I mean, just boxes stacked.
Right.
Anytime the kids mention, anytime from like October on that they say they want something, she's like ordering it for them. And she's like,
Wow.
"Yeah, I'm just the like best mommy ever. I made sure they have this and this and this and this whole thing. You've got to put that together because that's from Santa." And I'm like, "No, that's my
Oh
Christmas
my
Eve."
gosh, I remember those days. My wife was awesome like that. She avoided all of the have to construct stuff.
Mm.
And if it had to be constructed, they probably weren't getting it. So we were lucky that way.
But everybody had the batteries not included stuff.
Yeah, I got 2 forts and a dollhouse, a Barbie's dream house to put together on Christmas Eve.
Well, forts are different because then you get the cool plastic soldiers and put them in, and you have a little battle with the kids and everything.
Exactly.
Not that
He's going to be
type
having
of
a
fort.
battle before the kids are up.
Like huge box fort, these things they come up with that you can put it together. You know how like some kids will take a cardboard box, they tear it apart, and they make big backyard fort. Same type thing, except made out of like wood, I think. And she got a couple of these kits to put it all together to make it huge for all the
That's
kids
awesome.
to run and play in. That and a like, I swear to God, this box is huge. It's a life-size Barbie dream house with a garage that they can park in and
Ooh,
like 3
Admiral
levels.
Seabass has a beat. He has to put a ping pong table together.
Well, that should just be unfolding, right? Most of that should be put together. Maybe
No,
screw
you-
the legs on.
Nah.
All the screws and the folding to the hinges. Ugh.
Are you? I'm Mo. We got to wrap this up. She's looking for the light switch for my light when she's wanting to cut it off.
Well, if you wanna bail out, you can. I mean, we're just gonna. Last thing I want to do is say, what did we want to look forward to? What are we looking forward to most in 2022?
Yeah, that I already answered that one. That's Core Space, the newest version that's getting released. That's all the way at the top of my list. Big one I'm excited for. But there's plenty of war games. Hell, I can't even keep track of them. Once
What about not even one or two?
what war games? There's plenty. Like my stack of shame is extensive, man. I'm still trying to get to Stellar Horizons, and that's been in my stack for 6 months now.
Yeah, but he said war games.
Well, that's made by Compass. I count it. If it's made by like Compass, if it used to be made by GMT, I counted it as a war game. GMT's kind of steered away from that one.
Now, Admiral Seabass saying, Nate, can you come help me carry it down the basement? He's got a game coming out, Global War 85, that I'm really looking forward to. That looks really awesome. It's like it's like Risk on steroids. More complex.
Kind of like, that's one that I'm really looking forward to getting a hold of. The round one with World War. Help us out.
I know what you're talking about.
It's not World at War. World
With
War.
the rakes and everything, yeah.
Yeah. That one. I'm really looking forward to.
I forget the name of it.
It's World War II or World War something. I can't remember the damn name of it. No, it's not the Third World War. It's based on World War II.
That's game.
No,
Death Valley expansion.
Yeah, War Room. That's it. Yes.
Yeah, two of them. That's it, Joe.
Isn't that already out though?
It is.
It is. They did a second Kickstarter run. I missed the first one.
It's a goofy ass game. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, I kind of just was like, yeah.
Yeah, not interested.
It's big and it looks really cool and it had the rakes. The rakes kind of sold me. What can I say?
Really?
I'm a
you can
simple
buy
man.
those separately and use them with any game.
I wouldn't tell that to anybody.
No, I'm proud
because of the rakes.
I've always wanted to do that. In the war movie where the general's standing over the table and he's kind of moving the little figures with the rakes. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know. I always wanted to do that. Like I was the commanding general instead of the guy that just got out there and blown up. Sacred Oil, yeah, that's a definite key one. Really looking forward to that. That one's going on my table the moment it comes in. Like the moment I get my hands on it, it's going on the table.
Nice.
But I am going to an enemy action Kharkov. Yeah, enemy action. Damn, you guys are naming everything. My next year's already spent on shit that I'm planning on playing. But yeah,
Iron Armor, Sacred Oil, Third World War.
Yeah, all those. I've got all those ordered, including the Kharkov game. Yeah, I got a lot of games on pre-order. It's going to be expensive year next year.
Yes, very.
Let me bump in and say you guys have a Merry Christmas. I've got a jet because she's yelling at me to get off, and
Okay.
And go do
Go.
something.
It's your turn to have to leave early and his turn to be late last week, so it's all good.
Exactly.
Hey, I was on time.
I know, I didn't say you were.
The wives always pull us away. All right, man.
I'm not complaining.
Merry Christmas, man.
Same to you guys. All
All
the
right,
rest
man, I'll
of you,
talk to you.
have a good one. I'll see you later.